Okay. So it is February 19th, 19th, February 19th, and February is a short month. And sometimes February can seem like a slow month because the people who set out to, conquer their New Year's resolution and get healthy, well, they've already fallen off the wagon and nobody wants, some people start in the beginning of February. They're like, oh yeah, I missed that first month, but here I go. And we're in the middle of February and people just have Valentine's Day. So lead with the things that you would typically be struggling with right now. So I want you to think it's the middle of February. You just had Valentine's Day. You don't have this healthy lifestyle in place. So you had dinner out, you had chocolate, wine, whatever. And February. So I don't shop a lot, but I'm assuming bathing suits are already out because it's February. So when people are shopping, as women tend to do, not me, because I'm always saying, oh, look at me, I'm wearing the same outfit from this video 3 years ago. And also 3 days ago. So that, not a thing for me. So I may not start with I was shopping or, bathing suit season, but it's out there. And so people are already starting to think of the summer. And if they're not, it's coming. And it's, what did I say to my girls? They have 2.5 months. Okay, March, April, May. 3.5 months. So there is 3.5 months until bathing suit season. We know that that's a lot of time. So I want you to think about things that you're struggling with, because you don't need to be perfect to inspire people. I want you to throw that idea completely out the window. I want you to be you. I want you to be real. I want you to talk about the things that you struggle with. Here's the thing. I don't want you to just put these struggles out there and bitch about them. I want you to share how you're getting through them, how you're taking charge, how you're progressing, how you're helping people. Any of these things are good. So I told anyone in my challenge group, and I'm sure Michael or April would, do the same for you if you're not financially able to do this. But I highly recommend. I'm never going to be the coach that says you have to buy product to give away product for free. I don't give shake samples away for free because people don't value it and they don't actually try it. I do sometimes, and every time I do, I'm like, dang it, this is why I don't. I gave a woman to a friend, right? So she's not some random stranger or anything, but I gave her 2 samples of a vegan to try, and she's yet to try it. And this was weeks ago that I mailed it to her. You need to start off with this is a great product. We don't have to give it away for free. We don't have to discount it. You don't have to give away free stuff. I like to give. I am frugal and I like to give. And so I know my target market is also frugal. And I also really like free stuff. So I know that free stuff is I would buy, there are people who will buy a $160 challenge pack to get a $20 cookbook. I'm serious. So sometimes, I'm not kidding. I've used the Fixate. That's one of the things that I'm going to share with you guys about the SE0 to the SE20. The Fixate cooking book was involved there. So, depending on your means and your ability, but guys, I'm buying a box of the packs of Energize, the fruit punch flavor. And I said, anybody who takes my last 4 spots gets to try that for free. So I send them 1 or 2 samples of the packets of Energize. That cost me $5, guys. And they're going to try it. They're going to love it. So they're going to get that, next time. And then next month, I'm going to sign them up for a coach. I'm going to get them a discount on that. All this stuff that comes from me just saying I'll give free mom juice. So today with my workout, with my sweaty selfie, I threw that at the end of it, right? And then tomorrow I'm going to have a call to action. But so I want to talk to you guys about pushing until the end of the month. This is not the first time And I'd like to say it's not the last, but it probably, won't be. The last time that I'm sitting at SC0 with 10 days left in the month. And 10 days, I'm counting today. I'm counting tonight. So if I go to bed after this call and wake up early and work in the morning instead of working tonight, I'll see how I feel after. My back is killing me. So 9 days, right? 9 days left in the month. That's a lot of time, guys. 9 days is a lot of time if you're consistent. And the reason why consistency really matters, even when I'm not filling out every single check on that Success Club tracker, I'm showing up in my stories at least a few times. I'm showing up on social media. I'm pushing play. I'm being a product of the product. I'm doing the stuff that I need to do. What I tell my clients is, guys, when the shift happens is when you realize that the hard decisions, and this job is not hard. Well, it's easy, but it can be hard. It's simple, but it can be hard. It can be hard to show up. It can be hard to continue, to invite. It can be hard to push through no and not take it personal. But hang on. I have my squirrel tamer around here somewhere. What was I saying? Seriously, I lost it. I saw people pop on and I wanted to say hi, and then I was like, I need this. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Hang on. Out there. All right. And I'm just going to keep going. Okay. I have been where I am pedal to the metal and then I kind of, and I'll tell you guys, it is always so much more work. I remember. So I tell my challengers, you need to get to this point. You need to get to the point in your life where this hard becomes non-negotiable. And what makes it non-negotiable is when you realize that this life is a million times better than your life before. When this life is so good that it's worth those things, because they're not hard things to do, but it's a change, right? So it becomes self-care. Like instead of, when you remove all the junk, when you start feeling better and then you cheat and you have junk, your body tells you don't want it anymore. And after a few times of that, you kind of get it. And it becomes self-care. It's not deprivation anymore. It's not like, oh, I can't have that cheesecake. It's like, do I really want to do that to myself? And at that point, this hard will always be the hard that you choose, because there is no going back. Guys, my life before Beachbody, I want you to think about what it looked like for you. It's different for us all. Maybe it hasn't completely changed your life full circle yet, but it will. It is non-negotiable. If you work this business the way this business is supposed to be worked, and by that I mean that you are showing up every day and working on becoming the best version of yourself and sharing that and inviting other people to join you, you are going to improve your life. There is no loss here. And where this gets so good is when we share it. That can be icky. But I want you guys to take a minute and I want you to think about what your life looked like before Beachbody. Are you willing to go back to that? Would you go back to that? I always say that coaching isn't for me. Like, I'm a lifer because these vital behaviors, the things that this business has given me and taught me, I can't go back to that person. And I don't want to. I don't want to go back to a world where people were negative and didn't lift each other up, and I didn't have this community and I didn't have these tools, because life is hard. And this job and this community makes it easier. So when I'm inviting somebody to this, I really don't feel icky about it, because it definitely changed and saved my life. So I have actually, I forget what year it was. I think it was like 2016 or something. And it was the end of May. We had our leadership retreat, and it was like May 29th. was the last day of the leadership retreat, and it was a Sunday night, and I was sitting at Success Club Zero. And I was like, well, this isn't happening. And so we all sat down that night, and I made a call to action post. I took a nice picture with good lighting of me and the Fix8 cookbook. And I posted it, and I was like, I have spots left, whoever takes them. But here's the thing, guys, in that post, it was not, okay, I can't say it like that. I shared a struggle. I related. I said something like, today I made a post about that fear when somebody tags you in a picture on Facebook. Who hasn't had that panic when somebody have tagged them in a photo on Facebook that you're like, crap, what did I look like? And if you didn't, then maybe that wasn't you. But my tribe, they felt that way. The person I'm talking to, they felt that way. The person that I wanted to help today, they felt that way. So you need to pick something. You need to have something relatable. Don't just say, I'm running a challenge group. People don't know what a challenge group is. Why should they join it? What happens in these groups? Guys, amazing things have happened in these groups. I'm going to share a couple things that have happened in my group this month. Feel free to share. And you can even message me for weights, stats, names if you want. Jess is on this call. She lost over 30 pounds in our first challenge group. And so if you look at my post today, I didn't say any names or anything, but I've had several challengers who experience less uncomfortable symptoms in Shark Week. Less bloating, less cramps, less pain. Talking real life results here for women. We have people dealing with stress better at home and at work. We have people who have lost 20 pounds, 25 pounds, 30 pounds, several 10 pounds, 15 pounds. I have 2 people who hit Wonderland in the weigh-in this week alone, and like 5 people who are probably going to be there in a week or 2. People don't know what's happening if I don't tell them. All this magic that we are doing, all of these lives that we are changing, if we're not sharing it, then other people don't know. I know how badly I needed Autumn Calabrese, the 21-day fix, and Cat in my life 5 years ago. You have to be the Cat. You have to be Autumn Calabrese. Don't share pictures of her, but talk about the containers. What have they done for you? Right? So we know that 21-day fix is going to be refilmed, and the ultimate portion fix are coming out next month. So post a picture of your containers, make them little pyramids, have your kids playing with them, whatever, like your kids playing with them on the floor, and be like, no, these aren't toys. Or be like, Throwback Thursday, who remembers these guys? Like, who has these in their closet, like dusting, collecting dust or whatever it is. Like something like that, and then start talking to people about the containers and just see if they want to get started, if they want to use them again. Maybe that's not going to be a challenge pack, but it probably will be in March. Guys, it's not just about what we do now in this month. It's setting us up next month for success. So that's Sunday night, I made a post and I offered as an incentive because, guys, I was desperate and I didn't want to come across desperate in my messages because that is toxic. Do not go out there and invite 100 people because you're desperate. No one will say yes to you because you need it more than they do. It cannot be about you. I got a call today while I was in the library with my girls, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I don't really want to share this because I don't want them to change their game. But so like sales calls, we all get them, right? And because they say something and then they don't shut up. I was even like, excuse me, it's not, and I just hung up on her because she wouldn't even 30 seconds I tried to say a word to this woman, and she just was going through her whole script. Didn't ask me a single question. And I'm not saying that I would have done whatever she was saying, but it's like those people who show up in your inbox and send you this big long script that didn't ask you anything. It didn't get to know you. That's not about you. It's not about you at all, or the person that you're sending it to. You know, that is someone selling. We're not here to sell, guys, because we can sell this stuff. I don't want you to sell this stuff. I don't want someone to just buy this and waste their money. I don't want someone to just buy my products. I want someone to change their life. I want someone to decide that they are worth it. And I want them to invest in themselves and in their health. And I want them to do this with me. It's not about selling our stuff, guys. If I wanted to sell some Shakeology, I could freaking sell some Shakeology, but it's not about that. I'm a great salesperson, but I don't sell on my page. And when I started having to go out and search for people less and I had more people coming to me was when I started offering more value on my page. And value for me looks like my lives. My audience really likes my lives. And lately, I know, I'm just going to say it. My live videos have been blurry lately and I haven't been going live. And here I am on February 19th, sitting at Success Club Zero. I know the two are related because I'm not offering the value. I'm not showing up. Yes, I'm posting every day, but I'm not showing up how my audience is used to me showing up. So why would they jump in, right? They need to have, this is a huge thing. Guys, for some people, this is life or death. This is literally them putting their life in your hands. They are trusting you with their lives for their family. Because some of these people are thinking about surgery. Some of these people have been told by a doctor that they might not see their next birthday, that they need to start thinking about who's going to take care of their kids. These people that are scared shitless out there, that may not be liking your post, that may not be commenting on your post, but they're seeing it and they need to see all different shapes and sizes and all different people making it happen. So don't just be sharing your story. Before you sit down to invite, this is very important. When you get to the end of the month, people can smell desperation. So if you're sitting down to invite and you are thinking that you are Success Club Zero, or that you need 2 Success Club points, or that you need 4 Success Club points, or whatever it is, then you need to do some personal development. You need to listen to a song. You need to, have you ever watched a video lately that like got your blood pumping for this business? Like touched your heart and soul, made you cry, gave you goosebumps? You need to get there. You need to get there where you realize that this changed your life. This life is a gift. And this community and this opportunity, or whatever you're offering, whatever they need, we're not offering anything. We're trying to figure out what they need, is worth it. And they are worth it. But most of these people do not believe that they are worth it. They do not believe that they can do it. So for them to not only put themselves out there, but to put it in someone else's hands when they're not even going to be with them, sometimes it scares people thinking like, well, how are you going to help me when you're in Pittsburgh and I'm in Kansas? Like, how does that work? Sometimes people are, do we all work out at the same time of the day? Like, people don't know what happened in these groups. And I'm not saying make a big, long post about it, but talk about it in your stories. Like, and if you know, a really good app that I like for stories for pictures is Unfold. And what I told my team, I told my challengers that anybody who let me give them a shout out, whether it was verbal or a picture, got a free sample of Energize. So I'm going to have all of these success stories to share. And so it's on my list, and it will be on yours too, to share one shout out a day. Guys, we have a whole team of coaches that are helping women every month. There are tons of success stories. Beachbody has a Beachbody Challenge winner every single day, and then a monthly winner, and then a quarterly winner, and then a yearly winner. And guys, if you're not talking about that in your challenge group either, you should be. Because I won $1,000 and that's pretty freaking cool, right? Like, just for getting my life back on track, like, sure, thanks. It could have been 100,000. I was in the running. I was in the top 4. Like, crazy. I would have paid $100,000 for the life that I have. And they were going to pay me. Okay, so before you invite, get your mind right. You need to know where you're coming from. You need to know what you're inviting to, and you need to know why you are inviting them. Because it needs to come from a good place. If it's all about you, they can tell, right? I like to ask questions. If the initial invite is kind of like just a way for me to talk to these people. So Sunday night, I made a post. Anyone who liked or commented on that post got a message. And it was not, hey, want to join my group? It was, hey lady, how are you? Like, do you like healthy recipes? Something about like the Fix-It cookbook, right? Or what I had posted in my post. It wasn't about the group. It wasn't about the invite. Mark drove home that Monday, the 30th. Or no. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we stayed an extra day. I don't know. It was a Monday and then a Tuesday. And I was in my inbox the whole day. The whole day. I'm not saying, guys, this was less than 72 hours that I spent in my inbox. I was just having conversations. I wasn't sending out hundreds of invitations. I went back through old messages, restarted conversations, and just genuinely tried to see if there was anybody that I could help. It was the end of May. I knew people were thinking about bathing suits, and that's not really any different than now. And here's the thing, know your target market. If you're not thinking about getting in a bikini in 3 months, don't be standing there pushing that crap, because be who you are and be where you are. If you just want to wear a tank top this summer and feel good about that, then share that. That is fine. Those are the people who you're looking for, right? Like, if you just want to be comfortable, like if you want to go a whole summer without Spanx, like seriously, guys, like what is it? You know, what are you pushing for? What are you thankful for? You know, what are your goals? Okay, so I have 6 action items for you guys to take. Yes. And I encourage that, guys. I mean, I wore a bikini 4 months postpartum to Mexico and like looked every bit of 4 months postpartum and it was on a beach body trip and I didn't care. And I love that. And that's me, but that might not be for all moms, and that's okay, because I didn't really promote the whole bikini thing because that wasn't my goal. My goal was just feel confident in the summer and just feel comfortable in whatever I wanted to wear and not limit myself and limit my clothing because of my body. And that's what I shared. And so it's whatever it is for you. And if your goal is to get in a bikini for the first time in 10 years, then you share that. You share that, because you know how many people haven't been in a bikini in 10 years? Or you know how many moms are afraid to be in a bikini because they think other moms or women will judge them? Like, we need to be, I don't want to say louder than the negativity, but we need to be out there just as much. Okay, so anyone who has liked, commented, or viewed your stories or viewed your videos in the last month, you can message them to reconnect. Be genuine, right? Anyone who has told you no, you can message them to reconnect. Shaun T's program is the launch pricing ends in 9 days. So if you want to go that route, you can go that route. It was just Valentine's Day. Maybe honestly, guys, I would find somebody really good. I had really good cleanse results pictures just in January. I only actually lost 1 pound, but I lost 13 inches and like the pictures were insane. And I'm happy to share. I would share about the cleanse. It's not on sale right now, but people just had all kinds of chocolate, all kinds of junk from Valentine's Day. And so when I talk about putting your schedule here, I would have one of those be a cleanse. Okay, so anyone who's told you no, anyone that's in your follow-up list, follow up with them again. If you have Energize, like if you have extra Energize and you just ordered fruit punch so you know you're going to have a surplus, if you want to offer them an incentive, guys, one Energize sample. You know, if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to. I can't tell you the last time. I think maybe November, I gave away some Energize samples to people who signed up. So that was 4 months ago. So it's not, I don't do this every month, but if I'm in the end of the month or I'm somewhere and that's, you know, I always feel like offering free stuff, even if it's a free meal plan, guys, like we have free meal plans. You can offer a free meal plan. You can offer, you know, whatever. There's tons of things out there that you can offer for free that are not actual products. Share how it's helped you. So what kind of progress have you made? What kind of things have changed in your life? And you need to share this, but also I want you to, in the next 10 days, one of the shares needs to be a call to action. So anytime I have a call to action, I think you should have a share on there. I think you should share something, because if you want people to join you, you've got to give something. If you want people to jump in, you've got to give a little piece of you. You've got to give something. You've got to let them know that, you know, you're going through this with them. You have the tools, you know, whatever it is, you need to share something. So how you changed, how you've gotten results, how you're feeling better, you know, a reason for them to do it. Oh, and when you are sharing how it's helped you, make sure that you are being real and that it sounds like you. So a really good way, like when I make posts, I read them out loud. Like I make them and then I read them out loud. And then I post them and then I edit them like 2 or 3 times to make sure they look appealing. Like if I need to move around some emojis or some spaces or add a couple like lines there or move my hashtags, it never takes me that long, but it's a process. I don't just throw something out there, guys. I made a post this morning and it was like 45 minutes or an hour and I didn't get a single like. So I deleted it and reposted it and it got, I don't know, I think it's up to like 20 likes now. And that was like this morning. So sometimes it's the time of day. I mean, I'm starting to play around on my like page and see what times a day gets more views because I can schedule that and I can like go back and look at that a little bit more. And if you want to really get into it, but honestly, guys, it's just having more conversations. I would literally sit with my iPad just on the Messenger app and I would just sit in that app for hours. Don't watch your Netflix shows. Don't watch the reruns. When your husband is watching TV, you're in your inbox. You're talking to people. You're having conversations. This is your job now, to talk to people every day, over and over. It's really rewarding though. It's really rewarding because every 8 to 10 people you talk to, somebody's going to join you. And then in a few weeks, they're going to send you messages that are like wonderful things that they're doing in their life, that their husband decided to join them, that their doctor told them that they're doing good, that they passed up sweets at work, that their pants fit them better, that they're down 2 jean sizes, whatever it is, it's going to feel good that you had a piece in that. You have to start as a coach from the beginning. You have to invite them. You have to talk to them. You have to figure out what they need and what they want. Start doing daily shout outs in your stories. Use them from the team thread or your challenge groups. So I know April just started like a thread in BU with a bunch of transformations there. So you can start there and I would share 1 a day. And so for the sharing 1 a day, when you get some time, go into the app, Unfold. Save all the pictures to your camera, to your phone, from the team page or whatever you're going to use. Save even if you want to do this once a week. Okay, so we have 9 days left in the month. I think you should do one tonight. So 10 left. You need 10 stories to share. So you need to save 10 different transformations to your phone. You go in the app, Unfold, and I'll do it right now to make sure I'm walking you through this because this is recorded. I'm able to share it. Okay, so I click in the app, unfold, and I don't know if you guys can see, you can go to an already existing album or you can create one. So I have coaching opportunity, challenge group jabs, and shout outs. Those are my albums because you don't have to share them all at once. Like you can share each. So I have coaching opportunity, and in there is that cool little thing that I did that I made. It's like, hey, I'm Melissa, wifey, mom of two, started my journey, blah, 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 blah. Spots left. Who's next? Okay. So, and then I was able to share all that, saved it on my phone so I can also share it again, right? And then in the shout outs, well, this is just, okay, I have my challenger of the week. I have the next page. So I did a challenger of the week and I did challenger of the week. This mama has lost 20 pounds in just 3 weeks and she is feeling amazing. Next slide, challenger of the week. Not only is she down 20 pounds, but she has more energy, more confidence, less pain, and she's going to reward herself with a shopping spree because her pants are too big. Next slide. Good problems to, so this was like days later. Good problems to have. Her pants are even looser. Congrats, Evie. This mama has had her fair share of obstacles last 2 months, including 2 surgeries, but she didn't let her stop her from losing 15 pounds. Way to go, lady. So here's Heidi. She lost over 20 pounds, feels amazing, and has inspired her hubby and family to join her. Simple little things. And so now I have all these saved, and I just do one, you know, you can do one at a time, and then you just hit the up arrow here, and it takes it straight to share to Instagram, and then it'll bring it up your Instagram stories, and you can even add things on it there, like location tags or like, way to go, Jess, like banners of words. Okay? I'm going to exit out of there. So I like that app because it also keeps it all in your phone handy that you can use it again. So anytime you make a shout out, it's saved in there and you can even share them monthly, you know, update them. But so real easy, unfold. And then if you're going to add another one, so I'm going to add another one. I click the add button and it brings up all these templates. I scroll over because I like either picture on top, words on bottom, or words on top, picture on bottom, or words above and below picture. And those are the 3 that I really kind of stick to. You don't want to be all over the place with your filters, with your apps, with things like that. You want to kind of keep it uniform. So I picked my favorite like couple, and those are really the only templates that I use in the unfold to share. I use the app Snapseed to edit my pictures. I really like that one. My favorite filters are Pop and Bright. Those are the 2 that I use the most. Like I'm branding my page without even really realizing it, as long as you stick to a few things. I always use the Coral Classic bubble word lettering on my stories. If you look at my stories, it's always the same font. I want that, you know, it's me. You want it to look like you. Coral is my favorite color. My sister, you know, when we were doing this photo shoot, actually, I did have a coral shirt on for a different picture in there, but she sent me shopping with her best friend and was like, don't let her buy anything coral. And it's just like, it's my color. But so adding on to the share a transformation every day in your story. So go through that and do that in the unfold. Do that once a week. Have a day where you go in and you plan things for your stories, and go into that unfold app and spend 30 minutes. Put a timer, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Guys, this will save you so much time. Go in there, put in your seven shout outs, your transformations, and then go in there and do like an updated like list. You can do a list of like 1 through 20. These are your spots you have left, and have that empty picture saved. And then when you send that to Instagram, you can add your names in there, so you don't have to keep saving and adding and editing like all these random names. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And you can keep using that. You can share that every few days. Like, oh, another person joined. Whoop, whoop. Like FOMO, guys. You have to let other people know that this is a happening thing. It's great. Other people are doing it. They want to do it too. And why? So I would also recommend that you share one non-scale victory daily in your stories. So that could be a word one. They have a text-only font in here that I use in the coaching opportunity. where I said, this one is just what you'll get. And it has a list of everything that you would get in the challenge group. So I just did font on that one. And then this one, here's what I'm talking about. So there's my February self-love club, how many people have joined. And that was the first one that I haven't edited. And then there's a blank text one to do. So you can do just the text one, and you can do a shout out like, hey, shout out to my cousin Reen because she surpassed her goal and dropped 11.2 pounds so far in 2019. Like whatever, right? Doesn't always have to be a before and after. And it could be something stupid like, I don't know, yay, just went home on our workout and just went home on our lunch break and worked out instead of ordering pizza. Like, whatever. I mean, somebody's down a pant size. Somebody pushed play when they didn't want to. Somebody's daughter joined them in a workout. Like, guys, there are so many victories out there. There's something you can share every day. And it makes it easier if you go in and you plan it just one day a week. Like one day when you're sitting on the couch and your kids are watching cartoons or your husband is watching sports or whatever you're doing, right? Okay, for the next 9 days, starting tomorrow, I want a call to action post every 3 days. So I want 3 call to action posts by the end of the month. So I would start with one tomorrow. So Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wait, that's too many. I don't know. Every 3 days. Get 3 in there by the end of the math. By the end of the month. Math is hard. Words are hard. Anybody can be a coach. Okay. Plan your schedule. So if we want 3 call to action posts in the next 9 days, and we want to share a non-scale victory every day, and now these are in the stories, not on your Facebook page. I don't want you blowing that up with something every day there. That's where the stories go, right? Now let's talk about the Facebook page. Let's focus on 2 posts a day for the rest of the month. So in those 9 times 2, 18 posts, we know 3 are going to be call to action, right? So let's break this down, guys. When I'm trying to, and this is great for consistency, this is great to see what kind of stuff you should be posting about. This is great to get into a rhythm of posting and sharing things on your social media. So we need 3 call to action posts out of 18 posts, right? 3 call to actions. Well, 3 call to action, so we have 15 left. And then I want you to pick, so if you're a mom, like 18, like let's say 4 of those should be like family, kids. Like, what are your things that are most important to you? What are your things that you talk about the most? If you had friends that came over or you have people that you hung out with every day, what's the kind of stuff that you talk about? What's the kind of stuff that you talk about and that you have in common with your friends? That's the kind of stuff that we focus on, that we talk about. Guys, if you look at my Facebook page, it's anxiety, depression, cannabis, like sobriety, like it's kind of all over the place. But this is also the kind of stuff that I talk to people about. Like before I started sharing about my medical card, anybody in my life that I talked to and hung out with, like at my house or all the time, even in Messenger, they know I'm medicated with cannabis. Like it was something that we talk, like that I talk about. Because it's a important component in my life. That may seem weird to people. I think it saves lives, including all the people that I don't murder. But so everyone is going to look different, and that's the beauty of this. I can't make these posts for you. I can't tell you exactly what to post in these, but I will tell you that 4 of them. Actually, I have a better idea. All right, so 4 of them should be like recipes or food, right? We'll say that. We'll keep going. Any ideas? Throw them in the chat. Anybody? So mom life, we'll say 3 to 4. 3 to 4 personal. I would even say more than that. I would say 5 to 6 personal. Because it's not all, I don't want it to all be Beachbody. I don't, right? So 6 personal, 4 recipes, 3 call to action. There's 13, 5 more for, I would do like some, okay, the other 5 will be jabs. We'll say jabs, right? All right. I think we're going to scratch that. I want you guys to take a piece of paper. If you don't have one, I want you to do this after. All right. So we have 9 days. 1, 2, 3. Man, should have thought this out. Draw a circle in the middle of your paper and draw line 9 lines coming out of it like a sun. Jeez. My pen is dying. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a great way to plan your schedule and fun exercise post. I like that. I think that, guys, so what I do is I set up my phone. I cannot do the pause and the stories while I'm doing my workouts, especially the Transform 20. Like, I ain't got time for that. Like, no. So if I'm going to be honest with you guys, like if I take a drink of water or whatever, I grab my phone, I turn it on video, I flip it around, turn it sideways because it looks better in the edits if it's this way. Face it towards me like selfie screen and just hit video and do whatever I'm doing. And then I edit it in iMovie. And then I send it over to Video Shop if I want to speed it up. I don't always do that, but I do try to do that at least once a week where I show a piece of my workout, right? I always do a sweaty selfie. If you go to my page, you know you will see that. And for me, that's still on my Facebook page because that is when I share about my pain, about whatever I didn't want to do, whatever I was pushing through that day. My workout is a daily win for me. And it's always me battling against something, whether it's myself, my pain, or anxiety and depression. So I'm always sharing why I showed up, what I was pushing through, what I was pushing for, or how I saw progress that day. So I always share a sweaty selfie, but I don't just share like, oh, finished my workout today. That was a good 30 minutes. Anybody can go to the gym and post their sweaty selfie, guys. We are not just here to exercise. We are not just here for ourselves. We are here to inspire others. So the sweaty selfie needs to be a little bit more than that, right? Think about, is there anything that I could say with this picture that might make somebody spend 20 minutes on themselves, right? Like, I didn't want to do it. So what was it for me that got me through? Was it the support in your group? If it was, share, because there's a jab on your group, right? So guys, in the next 9 days, 1 post a day is going to be about the coaching opportunity or your challenge group or something business related, right? The importance of this cannot be the only post. You understand me? So we're going to make this wheel so that we can follow a plan for the next 9 days, but this cannot be your only post that day. Okay? I mean, it can, but you're going to have better success, even if it's just a picture of your kid, like something else in there, something else of you, right? All right, so we've got what in the middle, that's what you're inviting to. What are you inviting to? What is here? So for me, it's my friends group. This week, we're in the prep week. And so on Monday, we start officially day 1. So this week, I've got everybody in there, but I still have an opportunity to sign people up this week. So this is my opportunity, right? And because they get access to the workouts the first day, like within the first 24 hours, I could even get a few stragglers in the beginning of next week if I really need it, right? So I'm going to start at the top, and tomorrow, maybe it's a recipe share. And so guys, it's a recipe share, and it's a little jab about, or like at the end or at the beginning, it's like, hey, someone shared this recipe in my group and I thought this looked amazing. Tried it. Wanted to share. You share the recipe, and at the end, want to check out my group for more want to make sure you let me know, or something. Don't miss the next group, and you'll miss out on these recipes, or something like that, guys. Something like that, right? So when you say healthy recipe, you tie it into the group a little bit. It's not overkill, and you're adding value. Even if they don't want to join you in the group, they get a good recipe, right? And now they know that in your group, they get recipes, and say how often. In my group, they get new recipes every day. That's huge. Do you know how many people would join a group alone for that? I don't talk about it enough. Just being honest, guys. There are so many things that we do on a daily basis that is just part of our job. We don't even realize how amazing they are to the rest of the world. Take it back a step and look at everything we have and just share little bits of it. Little bits, a little piece every day. It's not that hard. So a healthy recipe, and we're going to talk about how we got it from the group. Write it down. Write it down on one of those things. Healthy recipe. Next one, non-scale victory. You or someone you know, share something. It doesn't have to be this week. It can be anything in your journey. Anything in your journey. Holly just went skiing with her daughter. Bam. Never did that before. Probably wouldn't have a year and a half ago. Non-scale victory, right? So the non-scale victory. How did you get there? By the support and accountability in your group, by using these tools. It's not all about that, but they need to be mentioned in the post. It needs to tie to the group. It needs to tie to the tools. It needs to give them a reason and where it came from, right? So non-scale victory was the next one. Next one, personal development, right? So take a piece from your personal development, take something that you liked from your group or whatever it was, and you share a little piece of that. And you talk about how this community or where you got it, or that you were so against personal development, now it's changed your life, or whatever, right? Little bit, doesn't have to be the whole thing. Are you guys seeing the trends? Are you following me here? Okay. So we're writing it down. We got healthy recipe, we got non-scale victory, we got personal development. Let's do exercise. I'm going to leave this open for you guys, okay? So in the exercise, you can, I recommend doing a video. If you're not comfortable, then post a sweaty selfie and talk about how these workouts make you feel. Here's something that I've been focusing on a lot lately. Not a lot, not enough, but again, it's a shift. It's a change. It's something good in my life that didn't used to be good. When I used to go to the gym, I used to go to the gym for hours, and I used to pick out a girl in the gym that I wanted to look like, and I ran on that hamster wheel until I looked like her, and I never did. And I left that gym 2 hours later, completely gassed and looking the same as I went in there, only a hot mess later, right? And so nothing actually good came out of those 2 hours. I didn't build myself up. I tore myself down. So if I didn't get the results, well, hot damn, did I quit, right? And then I got so mad at myself that I started again. It was all about hate. It was an endless, vicious cycle. I wasn't actually getting anywhere. Even if my body was changing, my mind was taking a big hit. And so now I work out for 20 to 30 minutes in my home without having to brush my teeth or my hair, without judgment of anyone else seeing me, looking at me. Guys, I never gave it 100% in the gym. I never gave it everything I had because people were there to see me. That's my reality. That's my story. If things like this are true for you, then share them. How have these change that from exercise to at-home workouts. And I want you to share something that these at-home workouts have done or benefited your life in some way. So whether that's just the free childcare or being able to work out with your kids, whatever, like while they're at home, when you can work out 20 minutes before work and you don't have to worry about going to the gym, and your family can do it with you, or your husband can do it with you, and your kids see you doing it. Healthy starts in the home. Have that be part of your focus somewhere, not on this post. It doesn't have to be, but that's kind of like where we're coming from. Healthy starts in the home, right? It doesn't have to be. I support gym goers, but for me now, not only am I getting it done in half the time, but I have this trainer putting positive things in my mind that whole time. And when I'm done, I'm the one who did it. And I'm the one who feels strong and I feel powerful. And I'm getting goosebumps even talking about it right now because the difference is life-changing. The way I feel after my workouts now is nothing the way that I felt after the gym. And the results are better too. Right? So, at-home workouts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so, guys, I recommend doing this like twice a month, right? So do this 14 days at a time. And the first 14 days, focus on the challenge group. And the second 14 days, focus on coaching. This is one thing a day that will keep you on track, right? And it lets you see it. So I'm doing healthy recipe, non-scale victory, PD, at-home workouts. And then so I have variety, right? It's not like every day I'm sharing the same thing, or I'm talking about the same thing for 3 days and then I switch it up, right? So let's see, let's keep going. Healthy recipes, non-scale victory, PD, at-home workouts. Let's do a sweet treat. Who doesn't have a sweet tooth? So your sweet treat. What's a sweet treat you've gotten from your challenge group? Is it a Shaco mug cake? Is it a peanut butter rice cake? Is it, a Fixate recipe where you make your own ice cream? What is it, right? Pick something healthy, pick something from Fixate, pick something, beach bars, there you go. Pick something, sweet treat, and say how you curb your sweet cravings. Or if you have salty cravings, or whatever it is, guys, talk about your cravings. How do you curb your cravings? You can mention Shakeology in there, but honestly, guys, this is not the time to talk about Shakeology. This is talking about other people that have sweet tooths and how they can deal with it too. Again, value. We're sharing a recipe, a tip, something, more water, 2 hands on the wheel, tea after dinner. What is it for you guys? What kind of tip do you want to offer, right? Sweet treat tip. Write tip in there so you know that you're supposed to give a tip on that. Not just telling people to eat sweet treats. All right, sweet treat tip. Let's see. So for me next, I would write, let's see, I just did. I'm going to do a transformation. Probably should have already done one. Well, we did a non-scale victory. Okay, transformation. And so I actually might even switch transformation with sweet treat because I like the at-home workouts and then the transformation the next day. I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, but it doesn't matter, right? You make this wheel and then you work for it. At least you have 9 topics, one thing for every day that is going to keep you on focus, on track. And again, all of these things are leading to the group. So transformation, mine or someone else's, and talking about how they got there, some tools. I don't have to list everything that they get, but I just, give an idea, thing like that. Again, it's always tying back to the group, back to what they get, back to what you have to offer. So let's see. Community support. So something there about how this community has been there for you at a hard time, how these challenge groups have helped you get through rough times in your life without, resorting to food or falling off the wagon, and what that did for you, right? I have people in my group right now. So for this one, I would share that I have people in my group right now that their family members are going through cancer, that they have family members in the hospital, and they're still pushing play because they need to. Because I told them, your family, you cannot fight this for him. You cannot fight this for your father, but you can fight for you. You can fight for you, and you be damn sure that man in that bed wants you to fight for you, because he would fight for him. He is fighting for him. And so you need to fight as well, right? And so they're showing up, and they are just taking it one day at a time. But you guys, when life hits you hard, you need these tools even more. Even more. They will save you. They will get you through. And so you need to be doing that in your life as a coach. When life gets hard, lean in, lean in, lean in. Even if it doesn't look like you're going anywhere, even if it doesn't look like you're making progress, even if you think no one would ever want me to be their coach at this point in time, let me tell you, some of the best parts of my business have been when I haven't been able to work out. When I was in that neck brace, man, it was like, psh, Because when I was talking about something, when I was showing them about something and I had a freaking neck brace on, who's going to tell me no? Who's going to tell me no when I'm leaning in, when I had every excuse to bail out? Guys, you have to go in. You cannot bail out in your life or other people are going to do the same, right? Sorry. Okay, we got 2 more slots. I would do a story share, right? We haven't done that yet. So I would do a story share. And that can be, you know, a piece of your journey, what these groups have done for you. You know, I'm gonna let you kind of have some free range on that one. And then the last one is a last call to action. And so the story share, have those 2, do the story share right before, and then have that last call to action, and be a coach. If you can go live for this one, go live, right? Go live and make a post. I don't know. Maybe not go live, make a post, whatever, right? But don't be afraid to give some tough love, because we've given them value. We've shown them what is there. And now, guys, we can keep showing them and we can keep giving them, but it is up to them to take action. And at some point you have to act. You have to make people take action. I know that you can't make them, but we can tell them what we want them to do. We can tell them that they're worth it. We can tell them that we're going to be there for them. And we can tell them that they're going to fail, right? I'm upfront with my people. You're going to fail. When you do, message me. We'll have a party. That's the first time that's going to happen. It won't be the last. It's not about how many times you fail. It's not about failing. If you refuse to give up, you cannot fail. So if it's a week, if it's a day, if you gave up for months and you came back, right? But it is also important as coaches that we are not doing tottering on that wheel. Because if you're on your fitness journey one week and the next week you're drinking beer and eating cheesecake every day, then, right? Why should people want to join your challenge group? Why should they want to join your team? Guys, before coaching, and even in the beginning of coaching, I didn't think I'd be a good coach. I didn't think I'd be a good coach because I was such a mess. And so what I tell my coaches now is the more of a mess you are, the more people you can help, because the more you understand it. The more you understand it. Guys, it's important that you are being honest in your social media when you're inviting people, because you need to find the people who connect with you, right? So I signed up. April's my coach. She's my sister. I love her. Our journeys are completely different. And guys, if I didn't have the community, I don't know if I'd still be here. I know what kept me in. There were 2 plus-size girls in a group that I was in. I still know their names. They're not even on our team. This was 5.5 years ago. I remember them because I remember seeing them every day, because I said to myself, if they can do it, I can do it. I didn't care about any of those girls that were showing up with their 20 pounds to lose or wanting to get abs. I just wanted my freaking life back, right? That's what it was about for me. And I had to see somebody else like me that was doing it, because I was still in that mind frame that I told myself that I was a sack of shit and I couldn't do anything. And so I had to get myself out of that mindset. I had to see other people that were pushing past the excuses, that were pushing past whatever limitations we both had. So I had to cut the excuses and get real with myself. So I share it all. I share it all because I want them to see that I feel those things, or I felt those things, and it's possible to get where I am today. I'm freaking starting a podcast because people requested it from me. Like, never in a million years, guys, Never. My husband and I are going to be featured in People magazine. 10 years ago, I was probably contemplating suicide. I needed this. And I'm so grateful for it every single day. So Success Club or not, I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to keep showing up because I know there are lives out there that still need change. There are lives out there that need to know that it's possible. Women out there need to know that they can love their body at any size. Extra skin, flaps, stretch marks. I look like a Play-Doh fun factory when I lay down. Like, it's hilarious. I talk about it all the time. And that's just me. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I would have never gotten to that point. Even the fact that I'm excited when I get tagged in a photo now. Never would have thought I saw the day. Never. What do your Facebook memories look like? 5-6 years ago, were there a lot of selfies of you? Are there any pictures of you on your Facebook memories when you look at them every day? Look back through that, right? When did the selfie start? When did all that start? Coaching, the confidence, the community. Guys, you stopped hiding from your life. And how good does that feel? Like, I watch my F-bombs on here, I do, but do you know how freeing it is to just talk the way I talk and be the person who I am and know that that's enough? Because my entire life, I let everyone tell me that it was too much, and I believe them. Even now, I hear my mom call my daughter, my 1-year-old, so dramatic, and my sister was just home visiting, and she knows how I am about that, and every time my mom would say it, she would look at me, I would look at her, we would just be like, and I would just say to Cora, yes, you are, and you're going to change the fucking world. Because it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I am dramatic. I am too much. And that's okay. Because for the people who need me, I'm just enough. All right. Do I have any more notes? All right. So guys, I really want you to do this twice a month, right? So in the beginning of the month, you do this. The first 2 weeks, focus on challenge groups. Or whenever your challenge group starts, right? If your challenge group starts in the beginning of the month, then the first 2 weeks you focus on coaching. So this is coach-based. So you would do the same thing, but it would be like trips or incentives, free swag, community, confidence, income, like whatever. And not all business related. Confidence. Like knowing that your voice is powerful. That shit is gold, guys. Like, the world needs more of that. All right. So 2 weeks at a time, though, do 14 things. And however that works out with your schedule, like, guys, every month, when I was really, really, really like consistent, I made a marketing plan every month. All you have to do, guys, is go into your planner and write when your groups start. Start there. So what groups are your coaches running? What groups are your team running? When do they start? Okay, so the 2 weeks before whatever that challenge group, whenever it is, 2 weeks before that, that's when we do this, right? The other 2 weeks of the month, well, that's coaching, okay? Okay, this was call to action number 6. So plan your schedule. We did that together. I'm glad that we all, did you guys do that too? You wrote that down? Follow your Success Club tracker. So if you guys have not printed out this, I mean, I can't, yep, that's right. Show them to me. I can't recommend anything more. Even if you have to print one out and put it in a sheet protector and write with a dry erase marker over it every day, whatever, right? Write it with a pencil, erase it. I don't care. If you make it a point to fill out this every day for the next 9 days, I almost want to say it's impossible not to hit Success Club. Because if you are doing all of this, you are showing up, you are being a product of the product, you are getting out there, you are making connections, you are adding to your network, you are adding value, you are sharing daily on social media, you are showing up and you are being a coach. This is literally every single thing that we should be doing every day. And even if you're not filling in all the boxes, it's going to show you where you're lacking. And if you're lacking on invitations, well, are you showing up in your stories? Are you posting every day? Whoops, wrong side. Right? Okay, so I have 37 months strong with Success Club, and I'm pretty sure that's the leader on our team. Even April. Like, I'm thinking that's the longest, because Heather Shields, I think, was my next contender, and she just hit her legend, which is 24 months. So I've got the team beat by a year. Just going to toot my horn on that one for a minute there. And I also want to point out that I swear like a sailor, I use cannabis openly. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I have depression, anxiety, sad, I'm a freaking hot mess. And I lose weight slower than molasses. And I'm still 37 months Success Club. And in the last, let's add on another 13 months before that, because I missed it 1 month. So I've missed 1 month in the last, 2015, 4 years, 48 months. Yeah, so an extra 11 there. Okay, I didn't know the math. Math is hard. So in the last 4 years, I've only missed Success Club 1 month. Guess what I said to myself after that month? And that was like 11 months in, or 10 months in. Yeah, 11 months in, that would have made sense. I was like, never again. Never again. I'm not going to lie, guys. I think there's been 1 month, maybe 2 months where it's like at the end of the month and I'm like, I need Energize. I could also use some Recover. Hey, Mom, can you order these 2 for me and I'll send you money? I'm not saying to do that, but I was going to order the product anyways. I made it non-negotiable for myself. If that was what I had to do at the end of the month to hit Success Club, I did it. Guys, I really only had to do that, I think in those 4 years, like 1 or 2 times. It's not something that has to happen all the time, but like right now, I really want to buy a bunch of Energize. Like I want to buy 3 things of Energize. I need a packet for my challengers. I need a packets for me, and I need a tub for me. But I'm like, I also need Recover. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, clients can get new Success Club points for you every 6 months. So if you have someone, if you've been a coach for a while, if you have someone that ordered something 6 months ago and they need new Shakeology or new performance line, if they want to do the Shanti thing with you, anything like that, you can go back and follow up with them. But I'll tell you guys, if Success Club is your non-negotiable, like for me, the only thing worse than not hitting Success Club that 1 month would have been not hitting it the month after. And so here's the thing. Even if you don't hit Success Club this month, if you do this, you will hit it in March. You will hit it in April, because sometimes the work that we do right now pays off 30 to 60 days from now. And that's why we can never take our foot off the gas. If you hit Success Club tomorrow, you do not stop. Do you hear me? You keep going because you're preparing your next month. When you stop is when you have to pick it all back up in the beginning of the month and do it all over again. Did you guys watch my Business Tip Tuesday when I talked about pushing that boulder up the hill? Every time you push it up the hill, it rolls back further and further. And you have to do more freaking work to get that rock up the hill. And I even messed up a little bit in that story. Like he first started sprinting up, like thinking, okay, I'm going to give it all I have. If you just started and put one foot in front of the other and didn't gas yourself a fourth of the way up the hill, you could do that in one effort, in one day, right? So think about it, guys. We're just doing little by little. This is not a relay, right? Okay, lastly, I want you to think about what attracted you to this business. Because for me, honestly, guys, it's not what I thought it would be. It's the community. I mean, I guess it is. But at the point in my life, I just quit my job. I was a stay-at-home mom. I hated myself. I was lonely. So when I saw my sister, it was the community and traveling. And honestly, I just told my cousin this. She's about to go on her next trip in a couple weeks. And I'm like, I'm actually a couple weeks behind you with the cruise. Like, her and her husband travel every quarter. Every quarter they take a trip. That's their thing. They don't have kids, right? This is what they do. I love it. But guys, my passport would still be in the drawer from my honeymoon if it wasn't for this business. I would never get out if it wasn't for this business. I wouldn't have this time right now if it wasn't for this business. So after this call, yeah, I'm going to be posting this on my stories, but I'm also, maybe I'll share a little bit how much I enjoy having a little mom time, how much I enjoy jumping on a call and leading a bunch of women and talking about my passion and using my voice that I hushed for so long on a Tuesday night, y'all. Like, that's my life now. That's my life now. Like, I love it. I can't complain. All right. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Do you have any questions? You can unmute yourself. Let me stop the recording.